everyone. Now again we are going to learn something new thing, that is inserting audio and movies in a PowerPoint slides, as well as today we'll learn how to insert equations, that is mathematical equations. And then if suppose you want to insert some symbols, some special symbols in your PowerPoint presentation, then again we'll see that particular thing also, as well as we'll see a group, that is a text group. In a insert tab you're having a text group. By using a text group we can insert a text header and footers. We can insert art uh, uh, arts clip. Okay, so these can be used by using a text group. And then for inserting a movie and audio we'll use a group media group is available in a insert tab, where you'll find a audio and movie option. So now let's move to a slide where we can do all these things. Okay, so this is my simple slide. Now in this slide, the very first thing, I'm going to use a text group. This is your text group. And now in this text group we are having a different option: text box, header and footer, word art, date and time, slide number and object. Okay, now how to insert this thing, let's see one by one. Now if suppose your slide is blank and you want to insert a box, then we can use a text box. So insert a text box, click on a text box, click on a text box, click over here, and you can write whatsoever you like using, say, text group for DISPLAYING, using a text group. Right now I'm writing just simple thing, that is using a text group. So we can use a text group. If you want to increase the font size, you might be knowing the shortcut control and a square bracket. Hold down control button and press a square bracket, so it will automatically increase the size of your text. Okay, the first thing is this. And if suppose I want to increase the size, say 40, so we can increase the size 40 like this. So this is how what we can do. We can increase a size of a text also. So by using this we can insert a text or a text box as per our requirement. Next, header and footer. If suppose you required to give headers and footers, as we provide headers and footers in MS Word also, so similarly we can use a header and footer. Click on header and footer, and in a header and footer, on which slide you want required, what you want to require. You want a date and time or a slide number. In a footer, what you required. Suppose in a footer I want to required that presentation, and I'll say apply. If we say apply to all, it will be applied to all. If we say apply, it will apply it only. Okay, and clear thing. So this is how we can insert a header and footer. We can insert a notes and handouts also. Later on we'll see what the meaning of this notes and handouts. Okay, but right now what we are doing, we have to insert a header and footers. So if suppose I say apply, so for this only it will be applied. And if suppose we see this thing, there it is. This is a presentation over here. And if suppose we required something else, suppose I required a date and time also. So this is a date. this is a automatic updatable. That means whenever you'll run your slide, it will give you a date and time with in the way, suppose this apply, so there is a date and time. Okay, now right now it is 10:59:03. now I'm running it. Let's see whether this particular date and time is changed or not. 10:59:17 am. now it is changed. now again, if suppose 59.03 था, सॉरी 08 था, 08 से 17, अब मैं अगर उसको फिर से रन करता हूँ, अगेन दिस डेट एंड टाइम इज चेंज्ड टू 34. okay, that means it gives you a updated date and time, current date and time when you are running your website. And if suppose you want to change this, if you want to change to fixed one, that means this will be a fixed one. तो ये फिक्स रहेगा. फिक्स दैट मीन्स हमेशा यही डेट एंड टाइम आएगा जो भी आपको चाहिए है. clear this thing? So this is how what we can do. We can provide headers and footers over here. Okay. Clear this thing? This is and then a WordArt. A WordArt, we have used this WordArt in MS Office, MS Word also. If you want to insert a WordArt, say HELLO, hello, so it will be displayed something like this. And then again a format toolbar is open for this WordArt, and we can format this particular text as per our requirement by using inserting some shapes, or taking some shape styles, or filling a shapes and all these things. And then we having a different WordArt styles available over here. If we required, we can utilize these WordArt styles in our presentation. And then brings forward, send backward, and then selection panes, and align and group and rotate and all these things. So again a format toolbar is appeared for formatting this WordArt. So in insert text, we are having this thing. Now if suppose you required to insert a current date and time into your current document, we can utilize a current date and time. Again it comes from a header and footer, and we can insert a date and time, and whether you required a updated or a fixed one. Then slide number, again slide number, that is a number of slide number. If you press over here, it will give you the slide number also. This is how it will applied. So it gives the slide number 2 over here. And then object, if suppose I want to insert a particular some other file or some other thing in my presentation, we can insert that as a object. If suppose I want to insert a say Acrobat file, I required a file, Acrobat file, and I want to insert that file. Suppose I'm having a Acrobat file. Let's see if some files appears over here. Say this file, I want to insert this file, so we can insert this file. Okay, there it is. This file will appear over in this particular presentation. It is inserting a file. Let's see. That means by using this text group, okay, there it is, this file. Now we can drag this file for viewing. That means what we can do, we can insert by using a text option. What we can do by using a text group, we can insert a text box, we can insert headers and footers, we can insert a word art. Word art, we have learned this word art in MS Word. Then again, date and time, slide numbers, and a object. Object means if suppose you required any other things, other which is provided in this the other things, that means the things which is not provided in this Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, all those things can be inserted as an object in our file. Okay, now next thing, if suppose we required a equation, I want to insert a equation. Suppose I am removing all these things. Okay, now I want to insert a equation. So just click. So in a insert tab, there is a symbols group. In this symbols group, we are having a equation option. Equation, generally it provides a most mathematical equations, most common mathematical equations, like area of circle. If you require the area of circle, just click over here. Area of circle will be inserted over here. Just wait, it is inserting. There it is. This is the area of circle. So you don't have to do anything, just you have to insert the equation. Now as soon as you insert a equation, equation tools appears over here. A equation tools appears over here, in this tab, what we can do, we can take equations, or we can use different symbols. Although I don't know the meanings of all these symbols, you are a maths student, or you might be knowing this. Like if you required a Fahrenheit degree or degree Celsius or something like this, so all these pi and sigma, all these equations, theta, all these equations, if you required, we can insert these basic mathematical things in our PowerPoint presentation. Equations, it is not only we can use only a simple equations, we can use some complex equations also, like this binomial theorems, expansion of a sum, Fourier series. I don't know what is this Fourier series. Pythagoras theorem, as you know. Then quadratic equation, if suppose we required a quadratic equation, we can insert a quadratic equation also. Like suppose I want to insert this quadratic equation, so now this quadratic equation is inserted over here. Now if suppose I want to make changes in this variable x, just go and select the x and write down y. So now your equation is changed. That means it is not that only you can insert a equation, what you can do, you can change that equation also. Okay, you can change the equation also. Keep remember this thing. Now let's see some I'm removing this one, and then I'm inserting one text box over here, or say I'm just going simply and I'm saying equations. Now the default equations are provided over here. Okay, default equations are provided over here. What suppose, if suppose I want to insert some new equation, if suppose I want to insert a new equation, then how to insert a new equation? Let's see. The very first thing, I'm removing this equation, then insert a text box, insert a text box, cursor is blinking over there, and then go over there. Now if you remember this thing, what I did, I've inserted a new text box, the very first thing, and cursor is still blinking in my text box, and again I'm going to insert option, and then I'm clicking on a equations option, then this insert new equation option is open. That means now this is a empty text box where I want to insert a new equation, so it is ready to provide you a new equation. Now it gives you type equation here. That means now what we can do, we can type equations over here. Now we can type equations. The very first thing, we can take equations from a predefined sets. If we required, we can take equation from a predefined sets, or we required a professional or linear equations or a normal text. Now over here this is the thing. Now next thing, if suppose you require to insert a symbols, then we can insert all these symbols or all these basic mathematical things. Suppose I required that under cube root, so there it is a cube root, and then I want to write x plus y. So cube root x plus y, it is like this. Okay, now if suppose after this I required e raised to power something, so there are different variations available over here. How you want to write, this is a common subscript and superscript. Actually over here what we are doing, we are using a subscripts and superscripts. As you know, subscripts and superscripts. Superscripts e raised to power 3, that is power 3 is a superscript, or we write h2o, that 2 is a subscript. Okay, so which type of equation, and if suppose you don't require from these common equations, we can take these things also over here. We can use these things also over here. Now if you require some radical equations, it is something like this. Then integral equations, all these you will use in mathematics, integrations, differentiations and all these things. And even a matrix, if suppose you require to insert a matrix, insert operators, log, if you required a log, suppose I want to write down log base 10, log x base 10, so I'm saying log x, and I required a base as a 10. This is a log x, and then log 10, sorry, log x, I required base 10 and log x. This is known as a log x to base 10. So if suppose I required an equation like this, I can insert an equation like this also. So this is my equation. Similarly, if suppose I required some other equations, or suppose want to insert some other things, then we can insert all the things. So you are having a trigonometric equations also, we can use a trigonometric equations also. If you want to insert a brackets and all, so different types of different kinds of brackets are available. If you require a large operators, we can utilize a large operators also. So it provides you all the ways for inserting a mathematical equation as per your requirement. Is this clear? Okay, so this is how we insert equations. Then if suppose you want to insert a special symbols, like you don't know how to type in Hindi. Okay, I want to insert something in Hindi, so again I can do this thing. Just click on a text box, place over here. Now again go to insert option, and you'll see that symbol option is open. Just click on a symbol option. Now symbol option provides you a default, that is these are the different currency symbols. Right now these are provided over here. Okay, so these are a different or multiple or different types of symbols present. So now symbols depends on your font. Keep remember this thing. If a font is installed in your system, then only your symbols will be provided to you. Now as I say that I want to insert a Hindi, I don't know how to insert a Hindi, और हिंदी टाइपिंग मुझे नहीं आती, अब मुझे कुछ इंसर्ट करना हिंदी में, तो कैसे करेंगे? So what I'll do, I'll select a font. In my system there is a Kriti font, Kriti Dev 010 font. I'm selecting this font. Now what I want to do, I want to insert something. मुझे insert करना है say I want to write namaste. Just select it and double click it. Just check it out. आधा स चाहिए है. Let's search where is the आधा स. नमस त में एक ही मात्रा थी. So now there it is. I have inserted this symbol namaste over here. You can see that what we are doing, we are inserting a symbols. So this is how. I'm just giving an example. Suppose I want to write down something in a Hindi, I use that a symbol option for inserting a Hindi. Okay, so similarly, not only a Hindi, if you required some other options also, then we can use a symbols options. Okay, is this clear? So in this category, just click on a symbols, and the symbols which you required, they can be inserted. Okay, symbols. After symbols, if suppose you required to insert a videos, just click over here and insert a video option. Suppose if I'm having a video, say, let's see if there is some video. Yeah, that is a video. While loop power part 2, insert. Now this video is inserted in my inserting media. Okay, fine. Okay, there's some problem with that video. Let's see, video from a file, some other video. Let me insert some other video. Videos, sample videos, if it is provided. चलो ये wildlife का example video provided है. There it is. Inserting media to file. There it is. Video is available. Okay. Now when we insert a video, there is another option, format and playback. Just see this, format and playback. These two options are available over here. Format, that means what we can do, we can format a complete video. Format means play. You want to make corrections, colors, poster frames, reset designs and all these things. Then video shape कितना बड़ा होना चाहिए, videos की border, videos effects, bring forward, backward, crop and all these things. So this is how this video is inserted and we can format it. Now in the next class I'll again tell you how to format all these things, and then again in a video, that how you want to play this video. Do you want to play video on a start, how to start your video, on a click or automatically? If say on a click, so video will start on a click. Suppose I'm running this particular thing. Now video is not started. On a click, this video will be started. Now wait a minute. On a click, we are starting this video. Okay, so this video is started on a click. So this is known as a video. And if suppose we say automatically start, then let's see whether it starts automatically or not. Automatically. Now again I'm running this one, this slide. Now this time I'm not clicking anywhere, automatically this video is started. Okay, so this is how what we can do. We can insert a video, and in same manner we can insert a audio also. Insert a audio file and we can set. So in the next class I'm going to tell you how to format these videos, how to use the format options for a videos and a playback option for a video. Okay then, so please practice all these things and use all these things. Okay then, have a nice day.